Hello, welcome in once again. This time we're going to be talking about E3, backing off from the table. I learned early. E3 from last night, so Bethesda, last night being Sunday, the 10th. Bethesda, and then the two shows earlier today, which was Square Enix and Ubisoft. Bethesda, I don't have a lot to comment on, frankly. Nothing really wowed me. This Blizzard. No, nothing really excited me too much. I have to admit that I was a little bit more lukewarm on Fallout 76 at first. And so the little bit more detail they provided that goes into what to expect from Fallout 76 and how that's going to shake out, I did enjoy that a bit. The nuclear missile silos, one's going to take over. Um, I'm not sure how that impacts. They said dying won't cause anyone to lose any progress necessarily as your character. So dying doesn't penalize you, but you're going to have, there got to be some penalty for it, right? Because sure, who doesn't love launching a nuke, right? Just ask Kim Jong-il. But I don't think that there's going to be any way that I don't know, right? So there's a limited number of players. I don't know how it's going to affect it. We'll see. Again, I haven't really done a lot with Fallout recently, so I don't have much more to say on the topic there. My wife was intrigued by Blades, interestingly enough, what they were going to do with it. So it's going to be on the mobile phone, and you're playing Elder Scrolls on the phone. I'll be curious to see what they produce, especially because the mobile phone market isn't really supporting premium games. And they said it'd be free. I'm pretty sure they said it would be free, but they've got to get revenue from it somehow. So I'm very intrigued to see what they do with it. If they go that, I can't imagine they do the typical freemium stuff. But then again, Fallout Shelter is kind of cool on the surface, but that's about it. It's very surface level. It's not something that really takes any more time or effort or is anything real exciting. So moving on, we'll talk about Square Enix. Again, oddly enough, not a lot there to talk about for me. Square Enix, well, SquareSoft was, they made my childhood, one of the companies at least, as a video game nerd. Dragon Quest, I thought looked interesting. I've actually never played Dragon Quest beyond the Dragon Quest builders that they had, and that was fine, whatever, not really my genre, my thing. It did seem to be a little bit more of that, but not enough to bring me into the fold. I've always been interested by Dragon Quest, but never found a good jumping in point. I thought it looked cool. I'm going to take a wild guess and say this doesn't get me on board, but who knows? Let's see what they do with it. Just Cause 4. Yeah, it didn't look like there was much action in that one. Not a lot about the game. I have actually not played the Just Cause series, but I've heard good things. Sort of, not Agents of Mayhem. Well, Agents of Mayhem in the series, but crap, why can't I think of it? You guys know what I'm talking about. Agents of Mayhem is the latest in the series, and so my understanding is it's kind of more of the comedic elements of that in general. And 4, I don't know if they're not playing that up for the trailer or what, but it's something I need to check out. Just Cause 3, I've heard meh things about it, but it's free on the PS4. I've got it there. It's just a matter of time, right? Kingdom Hearts 3, discussed that previously. I still think it looks cool. A lot of people dumped on Kingdom Hearts, but I like Disney. I like RPGs. I like JRPGs, especially back in the day. And so let's see what they bring to the table. I'm curious. So then Ubisoft, not Ubisoft. Ubisoft didn't play Beyond Good and Evil ever, but I'm intrigued by what they do here. I saw a comment on IGN where they mentioned that there was a question about day-night cycles, and the point came up that the lady said that she was laughed at. And they weren't laughing at her in an insulting fashion. They were laughing because it doesn't have day-night cycles. It has universe cycles. And these cycles will Dog. The cycles will affect, based on what one expects to see in a system of planets, and affect the day-night throughout the, solar system. It's not really a solar system because it's named after our sun, Sol. Solar. So that's, I don't know. It sounds fascinating. Kind of ambitious. I mean, Ubisoft is making it, so it's different, right? This isn't indie developer No Man's Sky, where they're going to reach for the stars and not even hit the moon. It's not a matter of Star Citizen, where 20 years from now people are still dumping in 100 grand to buy the new cool black galactic behemoth with 10 guns instead of 9. This doesn't sound like what it is. So I'm fascinated. I knew Mario and Rabbids, or I suspected Mario and Rabbids was going to be there with the DK expansion. I was still excited to see it, put a nice smile on my face. I loved Mario and Rabbids, so looking forward to that DLC. I don't know if I'll grab it right away. We'll see what it's priced at. I might wait. I'll have to check to see what the sale history on that has been. It's only a couple bucks. I'm guessing we're not going to see much. So yes, I will probably have it at launch. Skull and Bones looks pretty. I love the ship combat in Black Flag. Rogue was good. Frankly, better, but it didn't have the theme I liked as much. And so I'm curious to see what they've done if they fleshed it out. And we'll come back to that in a moment. Starlink, I didn't give a shit about this game until I saw Fox. And it's still probably something I won't play, but I am certainly, my interest is peaked where I wasn't before. So now I'm doing barrel rolls of excitement over the game. So I want to check that out. It's cool. For Honor's free. I played it back when it originally came out. They had the demo of it. It was something. In my younger days, it's something that I would have sunk who knows how many hours into, right? Countless. But it's not really my jam exactly. And so now it's kind of yeah. I'm a big Dynasty Warriors fan. I know, like I said, those who didn't know that, I've outed myself before, but here I am again. So seeing the Chinese figures that I know and love in a fictional context, that's really cool. So I'm curious to see where that goes, but I can't imagine I pick it back up because the gameplay style just isn't my thing. It doesn't really, it's not something I want to put a bunch of time into, and it's all PvP, which is also Skull and Bones. If that's all PvP, I'm probably not going to pick it up. But if there's some compelling single player stuff, yeah, I'd check it out. Or, something you could really do some co-op stuff with. That's exciting. And then Odyssey, last but not least for me. So I really enjoyed Origins. I have not played the DLC, but I do plan on getting it. And I think Odyssey looks cool. More of the same, and that's basically what I've seen others describe it as, is if you played Origins, they have a little bit of, dialogue options. Supposedly, it's going to be about player choice, but we'll see where that goes. I didn't see an alignment indicator, but, it doesn't seem like they're doing that. I guess they're having a bunch of romance options. Romance options aren't my thing in games. Never really a huge draw for me personally. But I like the lore of Assassin's Creed. It sounds like Leonidas' spear is going to be some sort of piece of Eden kind of precursor artifact. Isu. So I don't know. We'll see. I'll be picking it up, right? My sister and my wife are both huge fans, and my wife makes me play and watch, which means that I will be playing as Cassandra and not the dude. I told her that if the guy is a Spartan, that I'm going to have to play him because I got a thing for Spartans. I like rock hard abs, but I have a feeling that he is not. And based on what Brad shared, his hands-on time with it, the delivery was not great for him. So Cassandra is probably who I'll be taking for a spin. And I kind of like the look and feel and the voice acting there. So, yeah. So that's my thoughts on what we got now. So tonight we'll have Sony. And then tomorrow I'll be coming back at you with, it should be after all the press conferences that I'm aware of. So we'll be covering Nintendo and then whatever I want to say there was one more after that, but maybe I'm mistaken. Either way, we're talking about Sony and Nintendo at the least. I am excited. You probably couldn't guess. And we'll go from there. Till next time.